What's up, gents? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are going over ASTRALON today. So this is going to be a how-to gear guide for ASTRALON. Just the gear, just what you want to focus on, what gear sets are actually going to be very good for him. There's a lot of sets that we're going to go over that are going to be great for ASTRALON because there's just so much you can do with them. He hits very hard, which the guide's going to be coming out next, right after this. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on the guy because he's super fun and his aesthetics are amazing. So if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now so that way these videos pop up for you guys and you can see them first. Plus we got the Discord going, everybody's talking, asking questions, helping each other out, and then we stream on YouTube every couple days, so stay tuned for that. But let's go over it. So ASTRALON, we always start off with the skills, then we go over kind of what gear sets are going to be good for him, and then we kind of like write in the comments on what you guys suggest and what you guys are using so that way other people can get helped out. So A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 30% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Also pairs with Countless Licks. We do not have Countless Licks, but basically the other chicks comes in and does their A1 with her. That's basically it. So all you're going to really care about is like we're going to pretend that Countless Licks is not in our aura or our lineup, but A1 putting out a decreased defense, pretty good skill. You could be using the clan boss, could be used like PvE. Obviously in PvP, you're not going to be using your A1 as much, but still, it's a cool benefit just to add a debuff on your A1. This gets booked up to a 30, 40, 50% chance, which is pretty good. Then the A2, pretty unique. It's like an Alton skill, just without the increased defense. So attacks one enemy, will ignore defense, strengthen, or increased defense, sorry, strengthen and ally protect, which a lot of champions now have this, especially in the arena. Revives a random ally with 40% HP and places a shield buff on them equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if this skill kills somebody. So if you're running a team that's like super tanky, a lot of HP, this shield is actually pretty good. Like if you bring him in with like a resistance team or like a warlord or somebody that has like really high HP and you res them back up, that 20% HP of their max HP is going to be huge. Like that shield's going to be pretty beefy for 2 turns. Also place a shield on this champion, so you can make him super tanky because of his passive. We'll go over that. But a shield on this champion equal 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if it kills somebody. So you're only going to be able to res somebody if you kill him. So basically it goes hand in hand. So putting a shield up is pretty cool. This gets down to a 3-turn cooldown, which happens very fast. Then we have removes. This is very unique. So it's like a slap in the face to the one champion that puts up the veil, Duchess. So very slap in the face to her. But removes all buffs from targets under veil or perfect veil buffs. So basically it's not just removing that, it's removing all of the buffs. So if you have a bunch of healers, bunch of support champions together in PvP and one of them has a veil or they have veils, it's going to remove anybody that has a veil on them and all of their buffs. So it's not just those buffs. Some people get confused. It's just that it's all of the buffs. That's why accuracy is huge, especially for people that have a ton of resistance. But also place a 25% weaken debuff on enemies who have the veil or perfect veil removed. Then he attacks. So it's cool where he gets to remove all buffs and then attacks the enemy champions, which is great. Also has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Now this comes in clutch. Again, also needing accuracy. So you can book this up, which we did. We need one more legendary book. I don't have any more. But 100% chance to stun, which I think is one of the best stuns in the entire game. Like having 100% chance to stun on an AoE after removing all their buffs is freaking awesome. So he pairs very well with also another buff stripper like a Madam. He pairs very well with her. Or like a Prince Kymar. Prince Kymar could strip buffs or reset his skill, so he'll be able to do this twice. So pairs well with a bunch of good people that can do this. Hits very hard as well, based off of attack. So that's his A3. Now his passive, why I didn't build him super fast is because he fills this champion's turn meter by 3% every time an ally is hit. So anytime somebody's hit, 3%. Now I don't know if it like stacks like 3% times your 3 allies that are, I don't know, but it comes back pretty fast. Decreases incoming damage by 25%. That's why if you want to build him like a little bit more tankier, a little bit more HP, I think he'll survive fairly well, especially when he puts a shield up on himself. If the attacker's attack is lower than this champion, now you're going to have probably a ton of attack on this guy, or at least focus attack with this guy. So that way most of the damage coming in is going to be decreased by 25%. I've seen some pretty good deflex with him when he was in the PvP. His ratings, I haven't even looked at his ratings yet. Most of the time you don't really go based off the ratings, but I would rate him pretty high in a lot of places like he is right now. Definitely fun guy. Amazing in Faction Wars. You saw that. Amazing in Faction Wars. So that's the skill. So looking at his skill kit, I definitely think he could be a CC champion / reviver / shield guy / debuffer. So being able to put a decreased defense and a weaken on targets is pretty cool. Masteries, we gotta build out just Helm Smasher for PvP. And this is the set we went. We went 3 different sets, but it's all attack piece sets. Because again, I want his attack to be higher than the enemy team, and that's kind of what we're aiming for. So we're gonna go over my set, but we're gonna go over a bunch of other sets. First, let's go over what sets would be good for ASTRALON. All right, so first, let's go down. Offense sense, obviously very good, 15% extra HP. Speed sets, obviously very good, increasing speed. Crit rate, any attack champion, a lot of these are similar. So when you're going down and you're kind of seeing what you need and you don't need, the fitting room is perfect for this. You can kind of go to the fitting room, start kind of putting two-piece sets on them and kind of see what your best gear is. That's what I did for this guy. But if you need a crit rate set, do a crit rate set. Like if you need extra crit rate, that's 12% extra crit rate there. Do it. Crit damage, great for this guy. You want his crit damage up as high as possible, so that way when he's critting, he's just nuking the enemy team. So very good set. Accuracy set also kind of needed. Like we used perception, which is a little bit better. But if you had the accuracy as your only set, use the accuracy set because the stun is great. Removing the debuffs is super important, especially in PvP. So being able to remove it if you don't have a Madam or somebody, that's why we paired Madam with him, because we have Madam to remove the buffs, and him if our Madam gets CC'd or she's too slow. All right, so accuracy set's very good. Lifesteal, if you're going to go more PvE route and not really focus on PvP, you can go lifesteal. But again, if you're going to make him a little bit more tankier, lifesteal actually might be pretty cool. Just kind of see him keep healing himself back up and take less damage because he has that minus 25% damage. So you pair him with somebody like a Narag or even another Duchess on the other team, like he's going to take almost no damage. Narag decreases damage by 25% if he doesn't have a buff, or 15% if they do have buffs. So Narag's pretty cool. Lifesteal again, PvE. What else can we do? Immunity set, maybe shield set, not that much. Relentless, I was thinking Relentless, but he doesn't have another attack to go again. I was like, it's only like one chance to proc Relentless. But if he does proc it, he's gonna cycle through his skills so freaking much, it's gonna be insane. So Relentless actually I think would be good. Test it out, please let me know, and hopefully we'll test it out ourselves. So then we got Savage. Savage is probably what you'll see mostly on him across the top PvP people, because being able to ignore the defense innately, and then if it procs with the mastery with Helm Smasher, you're just going to ignore all the defense. Now increased defense for his one skill, you ignore it, the increased defense buff, so you ignore that already, and then if you already ignore so much of the defense, like it's almost hitting them with no defense on. So artifact set, if you're really like top tier, you're probably going to want to start with a Savage set. I was testing out other sets to kind of mess around with them. I like this build, but again, this is a very, very good set to work with. This is probably his top set that you're gonna want to put on him. Stun set also might be pretty cool. So just more chances to stun. He's already a stun person, but 15%, or was it? I think it's 15%, 18%. It's 18% chance to stun on top of this stun. Like let's say you don't hit it, another chance to stun, but this could stun, this could stun. So like all of his attacks have a chance to stun if it procs, right? So stun set could be good, not the best. Again, Savage probably the best, but another stun. Then who else can we do? Cruel set, another very, very gives you extra attack, which is what we're aiming for, because if we have more attack than the enemy team, they do 25% less damage to us, plus ignores 5% defense. So we actually have one of these sets on him now. Immunity set if you want to build him more tanky, more HP, kind of make him survive a little bit longer. This is a very good set right here. Crit rate and a shield starting off for 3 turns. This is probably very, very good. Speed 18%, crit damage 30%, and a chance to proc and kill. Well, I think this is probably one of the top sets that you can get in the game, if not the best set that you can get in the game. It's very hard to get. Like, you need a lot of good material to craft it. But then once you craft it, always use your best glyphs for this set, because then once you actually do get really good pieces, you could test it out with champions like this, and you'll be so much surprised on how well he'll do in the arena when he gets the unkillable buff on himself, and then come back, kill the enemy person, res back your reser, the reser then reses out the rest of your team, and then you just win. I've seen this on even Kale in arena, which is super frustrating, but when it procs, it is awesome. So look for the Swift Parry set. This, another good set. Accuracy with 5% speed. So instead of just the accuracy set, you can put this set on him, and then it gets the extra 40% or 40 accuracy that you're trying to aiming for with him, plus more speed. So going more of a speed route, this is a very, very good set to pair with him, and it's very easy to get this. Like, most of us can get these mats pretty frequently. This one in resilience. And then I guess lastly would be, this is a crit damage, chance to critical, but this is a 4-piece set. It's not the easiest to get. But this one right here. So we used one of these. I started farming at this a lot with the dragon. This is from the Magma Dragon. 15% attack and an extra 5% crit. So if you actually go 3 sets of this, that's 45% extra attack and an extra 15% crit on top of that. Now you can be doing this, or you could just be doing this one, like the extra 12% crit right there, but it's only 2-piece. So it's completely up to you. We needed an extra 5% crit, so we threw a set of these on, my guy. And this is what we have. We have one set of the 15% and 5 crit. Then we have the 20% crit damage and another 15% attack and ignore 5% defense. These are the sets we tried again. You don't have to do it this way. This is just what I've been doing. And this specific build and set is for a Go Second team. This is for Cardinal. Now, the only thing that I would sub out for this is speed boots instead of the attack boots. So that's the only thing I would probably change, and obviously a little bit more speed substats, but everything else is kind of what you're aiming for. So this one, you always want to go with him, probably crit damage, as long as you can get the crit rate. If you can't get 100% crit rate, or you don't have a crit rate buffer, don't go with crit damage. Always go with crit rate, or probably crit rate or attack percent. So if you go attack percent on the gloves, that's a huge boost in attack, but most of the time you're going to go with crit damage or crit rate for your gloves. That's usually the first thing you start with. This one has 65% crit on this pretty good set, and 15% crit damage with accuracy. A little bit speed, but this is a pretty good glove. These are the stats we're looking for ASTRALON. Then chest piece, always want to try, if you're going PvP, like mainly PvP, almost always want to go with the attack chest piece. If you go more PvE, probably HP chest piece, just so we can survive it a little bit longer. And that HP is going to help with his shield that he's putting up on himself, and he's able to put HP shields on other people based off their HP. But if he kills somebody, puts a huge shield on himself, able to survive a little bit longer. But we got the crit rate and accuracy on this set. No speed again. Go second team, don't need the speed. And then attack boots, again, I would go speed if you're doing PvE build, or a fast go first PvP build. Yeah, PvP build. So speed boots, again, this is just example of attack, crit rate or crit damage, and accuracy. Not bad, right? Then the shield, he's not a defense champion, so getting this up to level 16 is not a huge deal for me. The last thing we can get is probably speed, can't get attack on the shield, and we already have crit rate and crit damage. So the best thing we can get here is speed, and I don't know if I want to waste going up to 16 just to see if we get a speed roll. Again, not needed, but this is kind of what we got up to. We got accuracy, crit damage, and crit rate. Then for the helmet, we got the extra 5% crit rate for the 15% attack, the bonus. We have accuracy, which is great. Crit rate 20, we needed that. We needed that roll right there, and we got it. And then look at that extra 16 slot roll right there. We could have got HP, we could have got speed, we could have got literally anything, and we got attack. So not bad. Attack, that's what, 11 extra attack right there. And then weapon, we took this off another person, but look, 19% crit roll, accuracy, crit damage, and a little bit of HP. So total stats, actually let's go over the rings. So we got the ring, attack ring, always go attack. Again, unless PvE, you can go HP and defense, but mainly we're going PvP, so this is all attack build. This is going to get me above that threshold to be above the attack of the other enemy team, because that means he's taking innately 25% less damage. We got really good attack roll, HP percentage roll, and just HP defense. These don't matter. I wish I got a little bit more attack, but whatever. And then crit damage, almost always. As long as you're getting 100% crit rate, crit damage is the next thing you want to aim for. So we got accuracy, attack, and crit damage for the main stat. This one, I'm still not sure yet. I'm testing attack and accuracy. So soon, I'm going to be taking off this. I'm going to be putting an accuracy banner on him. Let's see what we got. So filter, this, accuracy, equipped. So I have a couple 16 accuracy banners that I can put on him. This one we gain 5 speed, 96 accuracy. We lose 576 attack. This one we only lose 385 attack, so this could be a good thing. We got attack percent, attack, and then speed with accuracy. And then this one we lose 398, but we get 2 speed. So I have a couple different banners we can test out. If I'm you guys and I don't have like a Madam or somebody else to strip all these buffs, I'd probably go accuracy with his banner, with attack substats and speed. And that's exactly what I focus on. If I don't have attack substats, I might be hesitant to put it on him, but accuracy is going to be huge. If we had an extra 96 accuracy, we would get this up to 340 accuracy, almost 350 accuracy just with this build. And this build isn't focused on accuracy. Like, we don't have any accuracy sets in here. So if we could do that with this and a banner, I'm pretty sure we can take off a lot of the buffs on the other team with our A3, which is going to be super fun. Notice 122 speed. If I have a different set, meaning like the speed boots, you're looking at 167 speed with a whole bunch of extra speed rolls, speed substats, stuff like that. Again, this build is mainly for hit as hard as possible once Cardinal reses him. And he hits really freaking hard. So we got 100% crit rate, exactly. 270% crit damage because we have Helm Smasher. So we don't have, it would be 290 if we didn't, but Helm Smasher definitely helps out a lot. And then 250 accuracy. So we're able to get 250 accuracy, crit damage, and attack without focusing on anything else. If I have to focus on speed, I lose some of the other stats. But if you're going to focus on speed, you could probably lower it to 5,000 attack, like lose maybe 800 attack and get down to a 5,000 mark. That's still higher than a lot of other champions. But 5875 is the most that we can get with this build, with 250 accuracy as well. So this is our ASTRALON. Let me know what you guys are doing with your ASTRALONs. If anybody's tested Relentless yet, please let me know because I'm curious. And again, this is going to be a go second team, but if you have a really fast go first team, he's definitely going to be a good guy to bring into it. He's got an AoE nuke, he's got a revive, he takes less damage, and he strips buffs from some of the hardest buff stripping people in the game. So very fun. I can't wait to use him in Faction Wars, even though we already did it, but just putting him in there as a team, it's probably just going to be run so much faster. So guys, let me know what you thought about it. Hopefully this helped you out. Again, the guide's coming soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe so you can see that video pop up. I'm actually going to go record it right now because I'm super excited. I appreciate you clicking on the video. Let's go Dirtbag Nation, and good luck with everything, and we'll see you in another video soon.